Hello guys and welcome back to another video on my channel. Now today's video, it's the first episode in my brand new series called Talk of the Hatters. Basically this series is just me talking about Luton. It's in the title. I thought this video style would be, well, the actual series format would be a lot better than my current format which I've got going on, which are match previews. So in this type of series I will bring up about 3 or 4 topics and talk about those topics in a little bit more detail. And I feel like this is the way to go, rather than give you guys an 8-minute match preview, which I know not all you. I know some of you enjoy them, but not all you guys enjoy listening to me for 8 minutes just talking about a match preview. So obviously this is a new format. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. And yeah, let's get this video started. So the first topic which we are obviously going to talk about is Luton's performance against Stoke midweek, where Luton won 2-1 away from home. What a performance it was, and what a win it was. You know, the way the boys performed, we never do well at Stoke. We never do. And it's the first time Nathan Jones has got a win over his former side. You know, it was a very surprising lineup. I didn't know how it was going to work with Cornick, Hylton, and also Ali Bayo as the 3. But Hylton as a number 10, it worked. I was gobsmacked, but it did work. I thought Cornick, he was unplayable against Stoke. In previous seasons, he's been a little bit predictable, but against Stoke, you know, I thought he was unplayable and you just didn't know what he was going to do. And he just caused Stoke so many problems. Hylton causing Stoke so many problems, you know. I know there was a lot of fans, including myself, who were like, actually, can Hylton do it in the Championship? I didn't think he could, you know. But the last few performances, I'm now seeing, you know, a really good Danny Hylton. And we will talk about Danny Hylton a lot more in the video. But yeah, I just thought what a performance he did against Stoke, and what a goal he did. You know, it was a fantastic move, and you know, everything about the club at the moment is really good. You know, we're in good form, and yeah, for me, the only way is up. You know, we're beating these sides with big budgets, and you know, we are, you know, proving a lot of people wrong, and we are showing that we are the dark horses of the Championship this season. But I just want to go back to the Stoke game, you know, Steer in goal, I thought his handling was really good. I don't think he could have done much about the goal. You know, no one was closing down Lewis Baker, and it was a really good strike. Jerome off the bench, you know, causing problems. Everything about the Stoke performance, you know, we were there. You know, every player, you can tell, wanted to win the football match, wanted to work harder. And if we're going to play more teams like Stoke who are not going to work harder than us, then we are going to get more points and we are going to climb up that Championship table. Can we get into those playoff places? Fingers crossed. But the next topic we are going to talk about in this video, I already mentioned his name already, is Danny Hylton. Now, Danny Hylton, do we keep him at the end of the season? You know, apparently he is out of contract. This out of contract stuff at Luton is really hard to work out, because Luton, we don't really announce contract length, so it's really difficult to work out. But this is Danny Hylton's second year at the club after he signed his last contract. So I believe he's out of contract in the summer. Someone may tell me that I'm wrong in the comments, but I haven't seen anyone say that he isn't out of contract, and a lot of people are saying he is. So we are going to go down the route of that he is out of contract in the summer. Do we keep him? Now, if he carries on performing like he did against Stoke, then I don't see why we can't offer him a new deal. 2-year deal, would it be too much? Or just a 1-year deal because of his age? Now, I think with Danny Hylton, it's all about keeping him fit. Can we keep him fit? Can we get 20 to 30 games out of him in a season? He's already come out into the media and said that he's okay about not playing week in, week out. He knows he wants to, but he knows that he can't. He can't break into the side. So he's willing to be, you know, an impact striker, a man coming off the bench to try and cause some problems. He's willing to, you know, wait his turn a little bit. You know, if Elijah's out and, you know, we've overworked him a little bit and he needs a rest, and Hylton's ready to come in, you know. Cup games as well, he's willing to play in these cup games against the, you know, the lower league sides, in like League 2 sides, League 1 sides. So, and to be fair, on his day, Hylton, if he does perform like he did against Stoke, then there's no reason why he can't play Championship games. You know, he's getting the odd goal now. I feel like he's getting back to full fitness. You can really tell he's tried so hard. Obviously, injury problems have affected him over the last few years, but we're now seeing a really good Danny Hylton at the moment. if he keeps this up from now to the end of the season, then I don't see why we won't offer him, you know, a year contract. I think maybe 2 years is too much. Let me know down in the comment section of this video, guys. If you was the manager of Luton Town, would you offer Danny Hylton another contract? And if so, how many years would you offer Danny Hylton? But Nathan Jones, he loves Danny. Danny loves Nathan. And I can definitely see Danny staying at the club. But for how long, I'm not too sure. But he needs to keep these performances up, because right now, you know, it's really nice to see, you know, the old Danny Hylton, you know, the League Two, well, I say League Two version, but, you know, he's showing what the League Two form which he had, but now in the Championship, which is great to see. And the final topic, guys, of this video, we will be talking about the Luton's next game, and that is at home to Derby County. Now, we all know the situation with Derby. You know, they've had the point deductions. You know, they overspent. You know, all this stuff which the owner did. You know, basically what he tried to do was overspend, and it failed and backfired to try and get into the Premier League. Hasn't worked out, and they're currently paying the price for it, basically. They don't have much money, and Wayne Rooney is doing a fantastic job at Derby. I'm surprised he's still at the club. I thought he would go to Everton when they came calling, but he didn't. And at the moment, he is doing a fantastic job, and I have to just say fair play to him, you know. I don't know if you guys know behind the scenes, but he actually pays for like the away travel. He pays for the players to stay in the hotel. You know, he doesn't have to do that, and he's showing that, you know, he does care a bit. And the performances which Derby have got, I think Derby are quite lucky that there's a few teams that are worse than them in the league. You know, I'm talking about your Reading, your Barnsley, and your Peterborough. Those three clubs have been performing a lot worse than Derby have, and that's the reason why Derby are just doing so well. They're getting those last-minute wins against some really good sides, and their team, you know, they have to just fight. You know, they've got no choice. If they don't fight, they go down. It's simple as that. They've got good, you know, spirit within the team. I think the players, just like at Luton, really, they all get along with each other. You know, there's like a passion there. There's a fight there. There's a togetherness there. So they are willing to, you know, keep fighting to the end. And it's not going to be an easy game against Derby. It really isn't. So we need to be on it. You know, Derby at home, we do quite well at home normally against Derby. But it's away from home at their place. It's where we normally struggle. But as it's the home game, it's the final home game before we play Chelsea midweek. You know, I know a few players will have their eyes on Chelsea, but the first thing is you've got to do is have your eyes on Derby first. You need to put in a good performance against them, and then hopefully you deserve a position, a start against Chelsea midweek in the obviously 5th round of the FA Cup. The only thing that worries me a little bit is the midfield situation. We've got quite a lot of midfielders out, as you saw against Stoke. We didn't really have any centre mids on the bench. Yeah, Mendes Gomez can play centre mid, but you know, he's more of an attacking, minded player. So we ended up just playing Osho and Campbell. And obviously, if they're the only two players that are available to play midfield, then we are going to struggle a little bit, you know, because games are coming at us quick and fast. Saturday midweek, you know, it is a lot of games. But hopefully, players come back from injury quick. And yeah, we put in a decent performance in against Derby. What would be my score prediction? I am going to go with a 2-1 home win against Derby. I do think we have enough quality within our team to go ahead and beat them. But we need to be mindful because, like I mentioned already, you know, they are down there. They are going to try their best. And they've got, you know, a great togetherness within that squad. And they're not far away from it either, you know. And that's the main thing. They will look at Luton, like most clubs do in this league, and think this is definitely a team which we can get points off, you know. They're going to look at us and think, we ain't a Bournemouth, we ain't, you know, a Fulham, so why can't we get points off, you know, Luton? And that's going to be their mindset, and fair play to them. They're going to have that mindset. But, you know, they're down there. They're going to want the points, so we need to be on it. But anyway, guys, that is the end of this video. Let me know your thoughts about all the topics which I've discussed in this video. Let me know your thoughts about, you know, the win against Stoke midweek. Let me know, would you keep Danny Hylton? And also let me know your score predictions and your predicted starting 11s for the game against Derby. Let me know your overall thoughts for that game as well, guys. Drop a like on the video if you did enjoy it, guys. Subscribe to the channel if you are new, and I'll see you guys in the next video.